Hi, it's me, Gareth, from Port Monkeys, and today we are on the Grand Princess. You might say the Grand Princess. And we're gonna just take a quick look around here and try to avoid the music. But first, let me say that we are in the piazza, and this is a different piazza than other ships have. It's smaller and it's got this stair arrangement. Why don't we start off down on deck 4? We're on deck 5 right now. Let's go down to deck 4. We've gone down to deck 4. Hi. And this is the location of the medical center. Now these are the midship elevators. We'll take a look at them again. Of course it's closed because it's pretty early here. They have certain hours and it costs money. It's not complimentary. We're on Gala Deck 4. Well, we're back in the piazza on Plaza Deck 5. And we're just going to take a quick spin around here and then go up to deck 6 and then 7. We play games against the officers.
You have to dance. Why not? It's my rules, my game.
So I'm crossing over to the port side. We're midship, and this is Good Spirits at Sea. There's the elevators, the midship elevators. And we're going to enter the Michelangelo dining room. Here's the midship stairs. Now, the midship stairs on this ship only go up to deck 7. This is the Michelangelo dining room, and they're blasting music in here this morning. But there are 3 main dining rooms, and they all serve a different purpose. Michelangelo dining room has become the traditional seating times dining room, with seating at 5 and 7:30. We're crossing over from port to starboard on Plaza Deck 5. They're getting ready for an art show. That's also the Michelangelo dining room. This is the Internet Cafe. So we're on the starboard side, and they have computers. They have a printer. You can do things on the computer and print it out, look at maps and stuff. If you don't have an internet plan, I'm not sure how much you can do. You can go to the Princess website. Now this says Princess Cruises Captain Circle. But then they have this sign that says visit us on deck 7 in the future cruise. So let's head on. So we're going to head forward on the starboard side of Plaza Deck 5, and this is the Vines Wine Bar. And it's a pretty small Vines Wine Bar, and right next to it is Alfredo's Pizzeria. And it's pretty small Alfredo's. Alfredo's is no longer complimentary unless you have a package. But they cook the pizza right here, and if you could smell, it smells like pizza right here. We're going to go up there in just a second, but first it's the International Cafe. Now food here is complimentary and it changes over the course of the day. So it's morning, so they've got breakfast items out here. At lunch, they'll have sandwiches, and at dinner, they'll have, different sandwiches and some other things. And then this is the specialty coffees. So you can order your specialty coffee there. They are not complimentary. This is the Good Spirits at Sea bar. They put on shows here nightly of mixing drinks. Okay, International Cafe right there. Alfredo's right there. This is the Fine Arts Gallery. And since Park West runs it, they put their name up there. Now they're getting ready for an art auction today, so they've got a lot of the art taken down. I just want to show you what's up here and talk a little bit about the ship. The Grand Princess was launched in 1998. So when I'm making this video here, it's 27 years old, right? And if you get up to the very front of the ship like we are, there's more art gallery, but there's also cabins. Now these are ocean view cabins, and then there'll be some inside cabins up here. The Grand Princess holds about 2,600 passengers, and we're at 2,556, I think they said, on this cruise. And it's around 107,000 tons. When it was launched, it was the largest cruise ship ever built. But that didn't last very long. So now we find ourselves at the forward elevators and stairs. And that's pretty much all on deck 5. So let's go up to deck 6. We came up to Fiesta Deck 6, and I'm going to cross over to the port side. Snooker Cigar Bar. Now the ship is going in for refurbishment in a month, and if you didn't know, they're replacing all the Churchill's cigar bars with video arcades, games for kids, well, and adults. So I don't know if this is going to last or not. I may be one of the last people to walk through these hallowed halls. There was Snookers. This is the Princess Theater. If you enter on deck 6, and you can enter port or starboard, you have to go upstairs. And once you're inside, you have to go downstairs. But it's a nice theater, has good sight lines, no pillars. I'm gonna cross over here and walk across the front of the stage. Actually, I'm gonna walk across the stage. So, Princess Theater. This theater gets packed, though. I should say that. It gets packed. Especially on production shows.
Grand Princess. Yes, my name is Scott, and I have the pleasure of being your cruise director on this 16-day beautiful Hawaiian getaway. Now, has anyone been to Hawaii before?
Sing. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me to. Come on, girls. I'm not the man. You got this
Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, I've been doing this for about 10 years, and you guys might just be the worst audience I've ever had. Everybody, let's grab onto this, whoa! Grab onto this, whoa!
Sweeter than wine, softer than a summer night.
everything I want, I have. You come and I need. Kila kila, oh mommy. Come on, baby, shake all of that long. I
good. Grandpa here is from my home state of Iowa, and he flew all the way out here. It's his first time on a cruise ship. How do you like it? Oh, it is beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some sugar on the honey too. It's a real life boogie and a real life holy. Don't be a boy, don't take it too slow.
When you're walking in Spain and you need a quick drain, it's El Baño.
Remember her? So these are the reserve seats for the premier guests on production show night. And they are right in the middle of the theater. Of course, we like these seats. People arrive an hour early, I've seen. So we've crossed from port to starboard, and we're now heading out of the Princess Theater. Here's the other entrance to Snookers. And this is the entrance to the Grand Casino. Remember, starboard is the right side of the ship, port is the left side. And they have craps. They have several slot machines. I will say their slot machines are a little bit on the old side. Maybe when they go in dry dock, they're going to get new ones. This is the non-smoking side, and that's the smoking side. Of course, the smoke doesn't know that. Machines. And the piazza. These are the curvy stairways I showed you before. This is guest services. We are on the port side, and this is Facets, which some people call the Effie store, but it's Facets or Faucets. And they're playing music down there really loud. I think that's our ukulele teacher. Hi. So it's just what you thought it would be. Jewelry. And watches. Oh, and more watches. And this is the line to get in the walk-in dining, which opens in 15 minutes. That brings us to the Da Vinci dining room. It's the dining room for anytime dining. Walk-ins, no reservation required. See that? Of course, when you watch this, that might have changed, but that's the way it is currently. However, over here is the reserve dining room. Notice the gray tablecloths. This is for reserve dining. It used to be called club class. Da Vinci dining room. That was Da Vinci dining room. This is the midship stairs and service elevators. Passenger elevators are right here. And we can get a good look down at the piazza. That, of course, is where we began. Those are the midship stairs, and the elevators are around that bend. This is the entrance to the Da Vinci dining room, but the reserve collection. They'll have a podium right here. So if you have that, that's where you'll go. And this is Calypso Cove, another of the shops of Princess. They sell shirts. You can get a Tommy Bahama for 118. Telephone. They got some sandals for 19. 30% off. They've been selling these the whole cruise, 2 for 25. This ship done with Hawaii for this year, this season anyway. 60% off Princess shot glasses, which are $5, so like $2. It's a magnetic bottle of openers. They are $8. Hats, water bottles, and then the real good thing about Calypso Cove is not the liquor, not the candy, not the potato chips, not even the cigarettes. But this stuff, which you forgot to bring, or you ran out. Some people need that. Got a sore throat? We've gone up to deck 7, still in the piazza. We began right down there, and we're going to go forward first on deck 7. So here's the future cruise office right there. A couple offices in there. That brings us to the Crown Grill. Crown Grill, the ship's steakhouse. And it's a pretty good sized Crown Grill. And of course it has a dedicated room for it. Crown Grill is very good. Very good. And they have more than steak. Is the Leaves Tea and Library. Now, I don't know how much tea they serve here, but these little drawers are full of the remnants of tea. See? Well, that's coffee. So, Leaves, Tea and Library. And that's the Crown Grill across the way there. That brings us to the shore excursion desk. You can get out onto the open deck on the promenade right there. This is the Princess Theater again, and the forward stairs and elevators. Let's go in here so you can see. So there's an entrance on both sides of the ship, on deck 7, and both sides of the ship on deck 6. So I'm not going to go all the way down there, but there it is, the Princess Theater. You can't go aft. That's the Crown Grill, unless you go outside. A little breezy out here. Now this is one of those ships where it's a long straight path to the back or the front. But you have to go upstairs to get to the actual front of the ship. And this ship is somewhat unique in its design because there are cabins up here. I mean, you don't get to them from here, but there are actually balcony cabins right here. See them? Those are people's balconies. And I smell cigarette smoke, so somebody's smoking where they shouldn't be. Where the exhaust from Snookers is up here. And it's pretty windy. Sorry. Janet wants to know why it smells like cigarettes also. Anyway, this is almost the front of the ship, and it's hard to tell where the front really is. I mean, maybe here, maybe here, maybe down there. All I know is up here I could be king of the world. Now let's head to the back. By the way, there are cabins on this side too. And I failed to point them out, but these are ocean view cabins. At least they're not completely obstructed like ours. Watch out for that. Down these stairs. Of course, these are the balconies. We're now on the starboard side though. We came down the stairs. And now we're going to walk to the back so you can see the back of the ship. Watch our wake. They have chairs out here. So we walked the entire length of the ship, almost. We're approaching the back. This is usually on princess ships a smoking area, and this ship is no different. You got a handy mirror so you can see if people are coming, or you can see yourself. And here's the back of the ship. Pretty noisy back here, but not windy at all. There is another entrance to the Princess Theater, and you will notice that there are stairs on both sides. On deck 6 there are stairs on both sides. Now, there's the theater. They do have this handy ramp if you need it. So no stairs here. Right? So entrances, port, and starboard. Now we're going to continue on Promenade Deck 7. But to do that, we have to pass by some of the things we've already seen. Princess Theater's forward from there. This is the piazza again, up on Deck 7. Remember, we started right there in that oval. We're going to walk a little bit this way and then cross over. So this is Crooners, and it's a pretty good size Crooners. And there's a person playing a piano there most every night, or guitar or something. This is the midship elevators. The stairs are right there, but you should know, of course, here's the officers currently. Captain Rivera, Scott, cruise director. So all the officers got new uniforms on the last cruise. Somebody came on board and fitted them. I wonder if that chef outfit is new. The stairs don't go up, at least not for passengers. Well, it goes up to that door. Same over here. Now, it's obvious the stairs go up, but not for passengers. So let's cross over to the port side, where we will find 2 more shops of Princess. This is Meridian Bay. Sunglasses, handbags, t-shirts, jewelry. But they sell jewelry and jewelry high. And little handbags, little purses, clutches, bigger purses, and more jewelry. Oh, sunglasses too. And the 4th and final shop of Princess, Essence. You guessed it, perfume and makeup. Hi. If you head aft from Meridian Bay, which is on the port side, the left side of the ship, you will come to sort of the back door to the Explorer's Lounge. Okay, and I don't know that it's officially called a back door, but this is the Explorer's Lounge. We're going to walk around to the other side. You can't get any further on the port side headed aft than this. Remember, you can't head any further aft than the Explorer's Lounge on the port side. On the starboard side, where we're headed, you can go all the way to the back of the ship. Oh, yeah, Daniel bought me this shirt. Starboard side, crooner's bar, and, well, you can see the back of the ship from here. So we're just going to head back. And that would bring us to Explorer's Lounge again, because it goes all the way across the ship, right? This is Explorer's Lounge. Let me come up here. We were just right up there by the screen that says Explorer's Lounge. I love this. Getting ready for an art auction in here. Got a nice bar, lots of seating. We're continuing to head aft to the back of the ship, to the photo gallery. So these panels all fold out and they put pictures in there, just like the good old days. None of that computer stuff. But on the way, we come to the Wheelhouse Bar. And it's dark in there. And I'm used to them having a ship's wheel right here. But it's a fairly large bar. They have music here every night. They even have globes, just in case you don't know where you are. And it goes around to right there. So, bandstand, Wheelhouse Bar, and of course it's a bar. Oh look, that needle's changing. Right next to the Wheelhouse Bar is Sabatini's Italian Trattoria, an Italian restaurant with extra fees. This is Sabatini's, and this is a nice Sabatini's, right? Look at the plates. And that's where they cook. Hey, pizza ovens. So that's Sabatini's. Step up. The photo gallery. Of course, the panels are here on the walls. They'll open them up later. You can purchase your pictures here. They also sell binoculars and SD cards and other items. That brings us to Oceanfront, where you can get help with your medallion if you need it. The line gets pretty long here the first couple days of a cruise. Now we're all the way to the aft elevators and stairs. The Vista Lounge there is the back of the ship, but we're going to go down first. Notice the sign. The only way to get to the Botticelli dining room is to walk to the back of the ship and go down. Of course, you could take the elevators. On Fiesta Deck 6 is the Botticelli dining room. And it's the anytime dining, not walk-in. You make a reservation ahead of time, and then you come at that reservation time. Let's see if we can walk around in there. And there it is. Botticelli dining room. And I have to say, we eat in here most often. On Promenade Deck 7, heading into the Vista Lounge, and this is the very back of the ship. And it's a huge lounge. They have the captain's circle parties in here. We play trivia in here sometimes. But you can see, it's the biggest lounge on board, by far. They have live music up there on that stage sometimes. Big dance floor. They do silent disco here. We take ukulele lessons here. Vista Lounge. They had an Oscar viewing party here. And you can get out on port or starboard. So we've walked over to port now. Well, that's about it for decks 4, 5, 6, and 7. You'll notice decks 8 through 12 are almost exclusively passenger cabins. We're going to head up to Lido Deck 14, the home of Horizon Court, the ship's buffet. But first we're going to check out one of the mini laundromats on board. I stopped in on Baja Deck 11 to show you one of the laundromats. They are on most floors with passenger cabins. Hi. The one here on Deck 11 is right by the stairs. Of course, they're marked with that sign. And they do have hours, but I don't know if anyone controls them. So 2 washers, 2 dryers. Irons, ironing boards. The irons are run on a timer. See? Don't forget to turn it off. Okay? They use tokens. $3 to wash, $3 to dry, $1.25 for dryer sheets or detergent. So just put the token in. You touch your medallion up there, buy the tokens you want, put them in there, put them in there, and have at it. Now if you want to wash and dry your clothes and you come in here and there's clothes in the dryer already, but they're dry and you're ready to use the dryer, what do? Do you take the clothes out and set them on an ironing board? Or do you wait? I don't know. We visited the laundromat down on Deck 11, and we're still at the back of the ship on Deck 12 now. I just want to show you this on Deck 12, Aloha Deck, and it's the same on both sides of the ship, port and starboard, left and right, and it's a door leading outside. So, a few steps, and we have the terrace pool. And of course they're just setting up for the day. And so that's deck 14, 15, and 16 right there. And we are pulling into the port of La Paz. Of course the port is Pinchalinque. We're on deck 14, Lido Deck 14. And there's stairs leading up to 15 and 16. The smoking area is right up there on 15. The 1-5 is right there, the lounge, nightclub. You should know that we're going to walk down one side of the ship, through the buffet, past the pools, and then go up. But the other side is identical in most respects. So there's automatic doors here. And it's about 7 a.m., so it's not too crowded in here yet. Sun's just come up. Lots of seating until around 7:30 or 8, and then it's going to be really crowded. So this is the Horizon Court buffet. Hi. That's the hand washing station. Don't forget to use it. There is this setup: coffee, tea, water. In the afternoons they have lemonade, but there are one over there, one over here, and one over there on each side, so 6 total. And so every day they have like a oatmeal. This is breakfast, remember, because it's early in the morning. Food, drinks, That's a healthy meal, especially the sausage. My favorite is corned beef. Hi. Anyway, meats, cheeses, salad. Do you have a salad for breakfast? Yeah, I don't either. French toast with raisins. This guy. Fruit. So, and it all looks so good. Oh, and it's St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I'm wearing green. And then there's the dessert area, the bread area. Hi. The crew. Oh, look, everything's green. So, we are heading forward on the starboard side, right side. And it's getting busy. People must have tours in La Paz. And that brings us to the Calypso Pool and Calypso Bar. Now the Calypso Pool, they have kept covered. We got on this cruise 3 weeks ago, went to Hawaii, they kept it covered the whole time. So I guess they're going to keep it covered. And I see a sign there that says pool depth 5 feet or 1.5 meters. So I'm going to assume that's right. And upstairs there, that's the conservatory in the Calypso area. Towels, life preservers. Then we come to coffee and cones. Oh, we're blowing the horn because we're in port. So coffee and cones, you can get complimentary soft serve ice cream, not in the morning, but in the afternoon, but specialty coffee where you pay for it. Specialty desserts are up here. In fact, and specialty drinks, juices. So if you got one of those packages, he's your guy. They also have, see, this is complimentary, and then these cost $3. Don't know on the others. They have an oceanfront, let's call it an office up here. This is where you get help with your medallions, just like down on deck 7. And I don't know if you can buy accessories up here, but you can at least look at them. Hi. That brings us to the Neptune Reef pool, which is uncovered. Neptune Reef. Through there are the midship elevators. Remember, this ship does not have midship stairs that you can use. The crew can, but you can't. So, Movies Under the Stars is out here also, and they'll put pads on all these loungers. I see the pool depth is 5 foot to 7 foot 8 inches, or 0.9 meters to 2.1 meter. That's the Neptune Reef and pool. Let's continue our forward journey. Salty Dog is hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken strips, and complimentary. It's all complimentary. I think they're open from 11 to 11. 11 a.m., 11 p.m. The Mix, not complimentary. It's a bar. And then over here is Slice Pizzeria, also complimentary. They usually have 3 kinds of pizza: cheese, pepperoni, and the pizza of the day. Be careful if you get the Mexican pizza, because it's a spicy. They put jalapenos all over it, uncooked. So, Slice Pizzeria, the Mix, and Salty Dog. We just crossed from starboard to port. Lido Deck 14. By the way, we're now on the port side. There are cabins, inside cabins and balcony cabins. and people. There's also the forward stairs and elevators. Let's go up to deck 15. We are on Sun Deck 15 port side, and this is the Youth and Teen Club, home of the treehouse, the lodge, and the beach. Got to go down this. Bathrooms. Beach house. Ages 13 to 17. Teenagers. Over on the starboard side is the Lotus Spa. And it's early, so there's not going to be anything going on here. That's the beauty salon. Of course, the spa goes off that way, and they do have saunas, steam rooms. This is the Lotus Pool. It's adults only. We'll get out there later. And this is the fitness center. And they have free weights. They have cleansing wipes and towels. They have weight machines. They have ellipticals, treadmills, and they do classes here. That's the front of the ship. We're on the starboard side, remember? And I'm going to walk out here, and they're testing the pool water. Testing the waters. I'm great. How are you? So it has a couple of hot tubs. Nice clean pool. A depth of 3 feet and 4 feet, 9 inches. I guess it says 2. Going up here, 0.91 to 1.42. In there is the sanctuary. And of course, the spa is through those windows. Notice these chairs are padded. They're still setting up for the day. And that brings us to the sanctuary. Now the sanctuary is where you pay to be in here. Notice the gate. And it's $20 for half a day and $40 for all day. And what you get for that, I think you get some snacks, some fancy water, fancy service, and fancy chairs. Also shade. Not rainproof, except maybe in here. I believe they do spa treatments out here, at least on some of the ships. And you couldn't see the front of the ship from here. So that's the sanctuary. We're going to head aft now. Of course, we're on the starboard side, deck 16. We're going to go up one more deck, which is as high as you can get in the front of the ship. 17. And this would be the port, or whatever, of Pinchalinque. And I think we're going, it's the port of La Paz. I think we're heading over there. So sometimes they set up lounge chairs up here. They think it's going to be busy. And sometimes they don't. I don't know if you can help yourself, but maybe. Let's go back down. There are higher decks in the back, but you have to go down a couple decks, cross over, and then go back up. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So here's the Seabreeze bar. And of course it's closed this morning. There's the Neptune Reef and Pool down below. We're standing right above the Salty Dog Grill. Crossed over to port. Give you a better look at this with the sun behind me. Star screen is the putting green. And you have golf clubs, balls, little tee things, because and lawn bowling equipment, because there are no holes other than drain holes. On this ship, it's called the Lawn Court, and they do have putting contests and chipping. Well, they don't chip up here. They chip in the atrium or by the pool. Anyway, we're gonna head aft again on the port side. Observatory. I showed you it before from down there at the Calypso pool. Now I'm upstairs. There's the roof over the pool. They have 3 ping pong tables here. And the equipment is right here. We are crossing from port to starboard on deck 15. The buffet is right in through those glass doors. Now we're out the other side. Hi. This is still deck 15. Hi. And so here's the aft stairs and elevators on deck 15. And I'm going to take you through the 1-5. Get it? Deck 15, 1-5. Okay. Maybe you didn't need explanation. So the 1-5. Look at those lights. And it wraps around. And on some cruises they do the Platinum Elite party, nightly hors d'oeuvre up here. On this cruise they've moved it down to the lower deck on deck 7. Now this says private event. This is the wedding chapel. I don't see any events going on, but that's the wedding chapel. We're in the very back of the ship on deck 15 now. That's the terrace pool. And that's the smoking area, where you will find 2 giant hot tubs and a bar, which I don't think they use anymore, called the Oasis Bar. Now, later today, they will probably have lounge chairs all out here. But for now, they don't. It's only 7:15. We're heading over to the starboard side again. Here they have shuffleboard and the equipment for shuffleboard, and you can actually get back inside here if you push. So this is the aft stairs and elevators, and they go no higher. Oh, they do go up one more deck. And we just crossed over to port. And more shuffleboard equipment. You can go up those long stairs and be in the sports court. I'm going to see how far we can get on those stairs right there. Notice they're only on one side. An elevator goes up here, and this is the photo studio. Remember, it used to be called Platinum Studio, and they made black and white photos. Well, now it's Photo Studio, and they make color photos. And that's all that's up here. So we're going to have to go up those long stairs. So we are going to go up those stairs, these stairs, to the sports court, center court, whatever it's called. Sports court. Here they call it center court. Down there they call it sports court. Imagine my confusion. So there's the stacks of the ship. Here's a nice place to look out. That area of green right there is attached to the photo studio, but you can get to it on the other side there, not the side we came up. And they have well, they got it set up for soccer, I think. They have a basketball court. It's kind of noisy up here. And they have lights. I don't know if they use them ever. Not been up here at night. There's the equipment. They even have pickleball. There I went down a couple stairs. I'm on the port side. And notice I can get down here. Well, that first step is high. The photo studio's in there. And this is the Sea of Cortez. And that's about it for our tour. The Grand Princess is pretty grand. They've kept this ship up very nice. Some of the newer ships need more work than this one does. I don't know whether they're going to change Snookers. Goes into dry dock in April 2025. I don't know what they're going to change. Are they just going to fix things up? It seems like in great shape to me. And people I talk to agree. The crew is fabulous. They're wonderful. They're very attentive. They're very friendly. So, from the Grand Princess, I'm Gareth from Port Monkeys saying see you in the next port. Bye. I'm looking right into the sun. Bye.